true to yourself and all means. When times get hard, when times are good, follow your heart. Follow your mind. Listen as if you were blind. Trust in your dreams, trust in your mind, trust in your heart. Times get hard, when times are good, follow your heart. Follow your heart. Be grateful for the love of your God. Be a leader, be strong and be brave, not a cheater. Have faith and behave. Trust in your dreams, be smart and true. It is up to you. Follow your heart. Have courage, be tough and be smart. When times get hard, when times are good, follow your
holding back the power in this room right now, rising up as a force of love so high it can't come down. Every soul is a soul on fire, burning bright with the light of life. Here we are, open wide, there's no place we can hide. We sing out, we sing. Sing out, we sing. Spirit move, our hands and feet. Spirit move, everything. Spirit move, in the space between. Spirit move, like a river deep and wide, rolling out like a mighty flood. Love's filling every heart and pouring out of us. Feel it breaking down the walls, building everybody up. It's taking over now, there's no way it can stop. So we sing out, we sing. Sing out, we sing. Spirit Love in the words I say, peace in the world I make, God in every breath I take, joy in my day, joy in my day. Love in the words I say, peace in the world I make, God in every breath I take, joy in my day, joy in my day. We are lifted up. We are lifted up. We are lifted up higher. We are lifted up. We are lifted up. We are lifted up higher. Love in the words we say, peace in the world we make, God in every breath we take, joy in our day, joy in our day. Love in the words we say, peace in the world we make, God in every breath we take, joy in our day, joy in our day, God in every breath we take, joy in our day, joy in our day. We are lifted up. Joy in my day. We are lifted. Every word I say. We are lifted. In the world I make. Joy in my day. We are lifted up. We are lifted up. We are lifted up higher. We are lifted up. We are lifted up. Joy. We are lifted up. Joy in my day. Love is alive in the space between us. Feel that love right now. God speaks out in the words between us. Hear those words right now. I am holy. shines in the light between us. See that light right now. Peace is born in the good between us. Be that peace right now. I am holy. You are holy. There
Good morning. Welcome to Unity Columbine Spiritual Center, where centered in God, we celebrate a world of harmony, peace, and abundance for all. I can tell there's some spring energy in the room already, and we are going to match that. Wait till you see what we've got going on today. Let's stand for our first joy song and welcome some of our Columbine singers, Marie, Melissa, and Glenn.
All right, let's put our hands together. We were close. That's okay. We're just excited. Here we go. Open the eyes. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Say, open the eyes. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you high, to see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. Sing, open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. Oh, I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see. Come on, to see you high. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out the power and love as we sing holy. Sing that again. To see you high. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing holy, holy, holy. One more time. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. Yes, I want to see you. Say, open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Yes. That's right.
Now it's time to honor the children. So if our children and leader will please come forward. Come on up, kiddos. So what we'll do is we will hear a tiny bit about what they're going to do today, and then we will bless them, and then we will stand again for our second joy song with. We will sit, thank you for the reminder. We will sit for the second joy song with someone that most of you know. We're corralling some children. It's like herding cats. Allie.
Colleen is telling a story today. We'll have story time, circle time, and story time.
And we're very grateful for all the adults who are filling in as Jeannie has been away. She'll be back next Sunday. So let's bless the children. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. We see the Christ you are.
Many of you know some of those significant challenges that Glenda and I have faced over the last 6 months. The care, the support, and the love of this wonderful church family has been astounding, but not surprising. I feel a little bit like the turtle on top of the fence post. I didn't get here without a lot of help. So this song is for all you angels. When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. So I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. Raise me up to more than I. More than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Okay, I can kind of talk. Bill Holmes, for those of you who don't know this wonderful gentleman, and Glenda. We're so happy to see Glenda here today as well. Good to see you, hon. And thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, so this is the time in our service when we do shift the energy a bit and we prepare ourselves for prayer and meditation. So today we will start with music as usual, and then Tink Hansen, one of our prayer chaplains, will lead us in the prayer and silent meditation. So please just notice where you are in your chair, in the space here, and in your mind. And let's settle in for prayer and meditation.
I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. Sing that one more time. And I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God.
Oh, just keep breathing. Just feel your breath. Put your feet flat on the floor. If they're not, get grounded. Oh, what a gorgeous day. What gorgeous energy in here. You know, this prayer and meditation is going to be on be still and know that I am God. In our hearts and our minds, we're saying, be still and know that I am God. And we can just rest into that. We can just have that beingness. There's nothing we have to do right now or say or fix or feel. We just are. Keep breathing and just be. Just be the essence of who you are. This has been true your whole life. It will be true forever. And as we have to come out of meditation, so to speak, and deal with our humanness, this connection, this like a silver cord to our heart, this connection is what allows us to live in gratitude, show forgiveness, be aware of miracles, be generous to ourselves and others, live in peace, live in love. And we are so grateful. So let's just take a few minutes to just continue this meditation. It's especially fun to do it at home for maybe longer. Thoughts will come through. I want to be outside this afternoon. All these thoughts will come through. Just let them whift by like incense smoke. And so we go into meditation.
And if you're lonely and need a friend, and troubles seem like they never end, well, just remember to keep the faith, and love will be there to light the way. Anytime you need a friend, I will be here. You'll never be alone again, so don't you fear. Even if you're miles away, I'm by your side. Don't you ever be lonely. Love will make it alright. And when the shadows are closing in and your spirit is diminishing, well, just remember, oh, you are not alone, and love will be there to guide you home. Anytime you need a friend, I will be here. You'll never be alone again, so don't you fear. Even if you're miles away, I'm by your side.
Don't you ever be lonely. Love will make it all right. Anytime you need a friend, I will be here. You'll never be alone, so don't fear. Oh, and even if you're miles away, I'm by your side. Don't you ever be lonely. Love will make it all right. Don't you ever be lonely. Love will make it all right.
Wow. Just wow. I don't know what else to say, but wow. And Bill. So many people have lifted you up because you lift all of us always. So, yeah, thank you. That was beautiful. So this week in the Atlas of the Heart class that I've been facilitating, Brene Brown talked about candle blower outers. Have you heard of candle blower outers? She said we need to give language to our kids. We want to have our light shine. And this lesson was all about when we compare, the places we go when we compare, and we don't go very good places, do we? Jealousy and envy and resentment and all that. And sometimes when we're not feeling so good about ourselves and somebody's light is shining, we want to bring them down. And that would be a candle blower outer. So you don't want to be a candle blower outer. Instead, we want to let our light shine and everyone else's shine so that the world can be a brighter place. So it can be a more beautiful place like this morning has started out to be. I don't know where this quote came from, but I saw it, and it's on T-shirts, and it's all over the place. No matter how educated, talented, rich, or cool you believe you are, how you treat people ultimately tells all. Yeah. So we want to lift each other up. We want to be a friend. We don't want to be a candle blower outer. And we're talking about Season for Nonviolence. It's still Black History Month as well, but in Season for Nonviolence. And Season for Nonviolence is a 64-day season where we bring awareness to how we can bring more peace, how we can help move the world towards more peace. We do this one step at a time, one day at a time, one choice at a time. And we do this by choosing to show up, by choosing to lift each other up, by choosing to practice compassion, by choosing to practice love, to share our gifts, to reach out and hear each other's stories. Season for Nonviolence is about bringing social change for the better of everyone. It's also has a spiritual element, because in Season for Nonviolence, we come to realize how connected we are. We come to that place of oneness, that we have a shared humanity, we have a shared divinity, we have a shared vision. We all of us want to be happy and have a good life. I don't think there's anyone that wouldn't want that. It helps us realize this season that I belong to you and you belong to me. And so if we don't lift each other up, if we hurt each other, we're hurting ourselves. And so we're invited during this season to look at how can we lift each other? How can we realize our oneness? Oneness is our teaching in unity. That we are one, that we are all equal. That we all bring our own unique talents and gifts and experiences and beliefs and emotions and all of that in a body, and we're all one. It's a paradox that we have to hold. It's also our second unity principle, that we all are divine. That's how we're connected, one in spirit. So each day in a season for nonviolence, there's a word of the day to practice. And today's word is generosity. Generosity. We want to be generous with our time, generous with our talents, generous with our gifts, generous with our love, with our presence, generous with our resources. And the more generous we are, the more it seems to come back to us, because we're in this flow of life. It invites us to understand each other a little better, a little bit at a time. Rabbi Sharon Brous says this: when we don't try to imagine or understand what another person is thinking or feeling or where her pain comes from, our hearts begin to narrow. We become less compassionate and more enriched in our own worldviews. And that can lead to violent results, right? If we're just seeing our way, our view, our stuff, it can lead to a lot of violence. When we lift each other up by sharing our gifts generously, we're promoting a more peaceful world. We're helping one person at a time see how amazing they are. Let's show the video. So you are amazing. I put 4 Post-its in the sanctuary on, so if you're sitting behind a chair that says you are amazing, know that you are. Is there an empty chair in front of one of them, or are all 4 of them taken? There's an empty chair. Somebody's got to sit there and take that. Claim it. Claim it. You are amazing. I only did 4, sorry, but you all are amazing. The idea is that you pass it on. Pass it on, maybe in fellowship, maybe on your way out, maybe take a picture of it like they did in the video and share it with somebody. But it's an invitation. Let people know how amazing they are. Every one of us is amazing for the things we've been through. And we're still here. And we're still showing up. Share that. Share that lifting up of each other. Share it generously. Why would we want to do that? Well, it feels good. It feels good to help others. It feels good to lift other people up. It raises us up. So why wouldn't we want to do it? It gives our life more meaning and more purpose. We see how connected we are. You are amazing. When Kevin and I go to Kauai, we go to the Center for Spiritual Living in Kauai, and they have a thing that they do every Sunday. They say, from the platform, they say, "You are magnificent." And then they look at the camera and say, "You are magnificent." Everybody turns around and looks at the camera and says, "You are magnificent." We're using amazing today. So why don't you all turn around, look at the camera and say, "You are amazing." You are amazing. Yeah. You are amazing. Thank you for being with us online. Thank you for being with us here in the sanctuary. We need each other. We need this. If we could remember that we're divine, maybe we wouldn't need it so much. But we don't remember that. We focus on our separateness. We focus on what we want. We focus on getting our way. We focus on our full range of emotions. And many of them are a lack of self-worth, lack of self-value. On the website for Season for Nonviolence, it says, "Nonviolence begins by learning how to be less violent and more compassionate towards our own being, and allowing that evolving self to act in the world with mature understanding. In learning to speak and act with self-respect, honor, and reverence, we find the courage to lift those we encounter." We find the courage. It brings us back to our connectedness, back to our oneness. And we get a glimpse of how much we need each other. And we often forget who we really are and the power that we really have. We have a lot of power. We can lift someone up. We can be the wings beneath, or the wind beneath their wings. We can be that for other people. And when we do that, when we stand under someone, we come into greater understanding of who we are as spiritual beings, of who we are as human beings, of what we're capable of. In honor of Black History Month, I always read some books and watch some movies on some people of color. And last week I watched a movie called Rustin. Anybody see it? It's on Netflix. A couple of you have seen it. Rustin is the story of a black gay man named Bayard Rustin. And he was born in, I think, 1912 or long time ago, and grew up in the time of segregation. Grew up in a time when it wasn't safe to be gay or come out being gay. And he was very much an activist. He, in the 40s, in a bus heading down to Nashville in the Jim Crow South, he decided he was going to sit in the second row of the bus. And the bus driver told him he had to move to the back. And while he was sitting there contemplating what to do, a little white girl next to him pulled on his necklace. He had a necklace on, pulled on it, and she wanted to engage with him. And her mother said, "Don't talk to a nigger." And in that moment, Bayard realized that he had to take a stand. He refused to go in the back. He said, "If I go in the back, what am I teaching this little girl? I'm teaching her that we prefer to sit in the back, that we do what we're told, that we're not worthy of sitting up front." And so he stayed where he was, and the bus pulled over and had police waiting for him. He was beaten, he was arrested, and all of the white people on the bus watched this. Then he decided later on, a few years later, that he needed to do the same thing about his homosexuality. He needed to take a stand. He is who he is. He was the person who recognized in Martin Luther King Jr. that he could be the face of the civil rights movement. At this time in the early 50s, Martin Luther King Jr. was a minister, and he was getting death threats. And he had guns in his house. Martin Luther King Jr. did, because he was afraid for his life and his family. And it was Rustin who convinced him, it was Rustin who had gone to India to learn about Gandhi's methods of nonviolence. It was Rustin who convinced Martin Luther King Jr. to get rid of his guns, and that the civil rights movement needed to be a nonviolent movement. And Martin Luther King Jr. got rid of his guns and became the face of nonviolence here in America and the civil rights movement. Bayard Rustin was the person behind the scenes who lifted MLK Jr. up. He was the organizer behind the Freedom March that in Washington, D.C., with the famous I have a dream speech. He was the person that made it all happen. They said he couldn't do it. They said he wouldn't be able to do it because they weren't giving him a whole lot of time, and President Kennedy wasn't sure if this was a good thing. And anyway, he did it. They wanted 100,000 people to show up, and 250,000 people showed up. It's an amazing example for us of someone who lifts someone else up. There's an article in the New York Times last month that Betsy Bomber sent to me, and it's about the Second Temple in Jerusalem. The Second Temple in Jerusalem was the temple that was in Jerusalem during Jesus' time. It was built in like 500-something BC and then destroyed in 70 AD. And they had a thing that always the Jews would go to the temple. And most of the Jews, when they got to the temple, when they went up the stairs and walked inside, they would turn to the right and they would circle around the temple. Some people, if they were hurting, if they were grieving, if they were feeling lonely and isolated, they would go to the left. And so every time someone walking on the right would come cross paths with somebody walking to the left, they would say to the person walking to the left, "What happened to you? What's your story? I'm here." It's a beautiful practice of being present for each other, of showing up for each other. It takes courage to walk on the left. It takes vulnerability to walk on the left and let people see that you're hurting. And it takes strength and courage to walk on the right and to ask the question, to be there, to be a presence for someone, to lift someone up when they're hurting. It's not always easy. We don't know what to say. We don't have the words. We'd rather just walk on by. Sometimes it takes courage to ask the question, to be the presence. And a lot of times it doesn't even matter what we say, it's just that we're there. To be that presence for someone else. The rabbi who wrote this article, Rabbi Sharon Brous, says this: "Imagine a society in which we learn to see one another in our pain, to ask one another, 'What happened to you?' Imagine that we hear one another's stories, say amen to one another's pain, and even pray for one another's healing. Sincere, tender encounters that help us forge new spiritual and neutral pathways by reminding us that our lives and our destinies are entwined. Because ultimately, it is only by finding our way to one another that we will begin to heal." That's how we begin to heal. Being honest about what we need, being present to it, and letting other people lift us up when we need to be lifted up. A few months ago, I mentioned in a service, I was talking about the power of order, one of our 12 spiritual powers that we teach in Unity. And the power of order is our ability to balance. And I was saying that I was way out of balance. And I broke down and started crying. And obviously, I was way out of balance. And that reaction to just saying those words to all of you helped me see that it was time for me to take a sabbatical. And so I went to the board and I talked to the staff, and they've been extremely supportive in this decision to take sabbatical. So I'll be going on sabbatical in May 14th for 3 months. We are well covered here. We've got a fantastic staff, a fantastic board. Every Sunday is covered already for next summer, for this coming summer when I'll be gone. And I feel extremely supported in this by the staff and the board. I feel lifted up. I feel amazing. I feel amazing that they are giving me this time. And my intention is to come back and be renewed and refreshed and reconnected with my family and my husband, and just get right back to it and continue this good work that we've been doing, and this energy that we've been having in this building, and the amazing everything, events that we've been having. We have a robust summer schedule for you, and I won't be here. And part of me is like, ooh, you know, I'm excited for all the things we have going on, and I want to be here, and I need a rest. I needed some little time off. So that's what I'm doing. But we've been gifted. Thank you. Since it's leap year this year, we've been gifted an extra day this month in February. On Thursday, the 29th, it only comes around every 4 years, was created by Julius Caesar in 45 BC as a way to balance out the inconsistencies in the calendar. I love that. It's a way to balance out. So 4 is the symbol of balance and sufficiency. That's why I put 4 Post-it notes in here, not 20 or not 100. This year, my sabbatical will help me balance. It'll help me balance. So I'm excited to lift you up as you lift me. So how do you lift people? How do you lift people up? And if you haven't done a very good job of it up to now, start today. Start today. Or start the 29th. Have the 29th be your day, because that's a special day. The 29th only comes around every 4 years. Balance out your own inconsistencies. Live generously. As the Rabbi Sharon says, turn right to reach out to your strength. Turn left to step forward into your vulnerability. But err on the side of presence. Be present for each other. Be present. Don't be a candle blower outer. But instead, take the leap and build a better world by lifting each other up. Namaste.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call that the world must come together as one. We are people dying, and it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. Sydney.
We can't go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere will soon make a change.
We are all a part of God's great big family, and the truth You know love is all we need. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we'll make a brighter day. Just you and me.
Oh, send them your heart so they'll know that someone cares and their lives will be stronger and free.
Oh, as God has shown us by turning stones into bread. And so we must all lend a helping hand. We are the world. If you know it, you can sing it. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we'll make a better day. Just you and me. Oh, but when you're down and out and there seems no hope at all.
Oh, but if you just believe, there's no way we can fall.
Oh, let us realize that a change can only come when we stand together as one. Say we are the world. We are the children.
We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving.
Well, there's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, make a better day. Just you. Come on, sing it out. We are the world.
We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving.
Well, there's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, make a better day. Come on, sing that again. Just your voices. Let's hear your voices.
We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving.
There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, make a better day. Just you and me. It's true. Oh yes, it's true. We'll make a better day. Just you and me. One more time, say it's true. It's true. We'll make a better day. Just you and me. Yeah, come on, give yourselves a hand.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. So, this is the time in our service when we wrap things up, and we usually begin with our purpose statement. So please say that with me. We commit to increasing our spiritual awareness, diversifying our community, manifesting our highest potential, and positively impacting the world. And there are so many ways that we can do this. This is one of them. We thank you so much for everything you've shared with us today. And one of the other key ways that we do that is by supporting Columbine financially. We are self-sustaining, and we rely on the gifts that are shared with us on a regular basis, and we are very, very grateful for all of that abundance. So as the bags circulate through as the offering bags circulate through the sanctuary, notice that there's a QR code on it if you want to use that as a way to make a contribution. or you've done it in other ways. You've sent it online, or your bank to our bank, and so on. And I always invite you to place your hand over the bag and just make a little blessing for what's in there and what is coming to and through us through your generosity. So let's say our offering blessing together. God's love has always met and will always meet all my needs. I give freely, I receive abundantly, and I am grateful. And as the bags circulate through, we want to be sure and say hello again to our online viewers. Hello out there. We're so glad that you can join us. And to anyone who's new here in our sanctuary, we welcome you. And please join us in Fellowship Hall after the service so that we can get to know you a little bit and you can get to know us. Okay, before we start the announcements, formally, I'd like to invite Reverend Sue and Linda Hurst up to just speak real briefly.
So wanted to just formally announce that I'm going on sabbatical, and it'll be May 14th to August 14th. And Linda's here to, representing the board.
We have, I know you're going to have lots of questions. This isn't something we decided yesterday. This has been in the works for years, and it's finally to the point where we have this amazing staff and a well-seasoned board that we can release her for a few months. We're going to lift her up. So we have about 50 of these, so share them. We'll have some next week also. This is questions you might have. What is a sabbatical? What's Sue's responsibilities on that sabbatical? What ours is with the staff? So please, I know David's here. Are there any other board members here? Stand up, please.
Doug.
So we know a lot of the answers to questions that you might have. Okay.
Yeah.
And good luck. Have fun.
Okay, so now let's jump into our regular community news. Today is the very last day for our winter clothing drive for the Venezuelan refugees. And can I just say, you would not believe the amount of items that you all have shared. I've taken a photo each time. One time I even made Kevin bring some boxes back in the door so that we're going to show you on Facebook or something the volume of items that you have shared for our brethren, our brothers and sisters in the Venezuelan community who came here from this warm climate into this. We've had a lot of frigid weather, and we have, this is one of the ways that we choose to serve in our greater community. So give yourselves a hand for that. The Unity Basics workshops will begin on March the 10th. The first three it's a 4-part series. The first 3 will be facilitated by Reverend Sue, and they will be to teach you about how did Unity start? How did Columbine start? What are the key principles of unity that we espouse? Sue referenced today the second principle, and she sprinkles those in regularly in her talks, but you might want to be a little bit more formalized with that. So, and it is also a requirement if you want to become a voting member. Everyone who's here is a member of Columbine. You're in our hearts as members. And there's also an opportunity to become a voting member, which has some other requirements and some other perks, shall we say. And so this 4-part series prepares you for that. That's one of the steps to take. And then the fourth meeting is one that I will facilitate along with Raven Jane, and we will take you through a spiritual gifts assessment, and that will help you see where you might really fit well with a way to serve within this community. So the details are all in your Thursday email update, and you can ask me any questions afterwards. I'll be around. We will be ordering Easter tulips again this year. And for those of you who aren't familiar with it, you can order the tulips ahead of time. We do have a tight deadline this time because of some issues with the provider. But you order them, and then we arrange them on the platform during our 2 Easter services. And then at the end of the service, you choose 1 or 2 or however many you ordered to take home and do with as you will. And we invite you to, on the form, which you'll get the link for in your email update, you can put it in honor of or in memory of someone if you choose. So get on that right away. And then we do have 2 Easter services, 9 a.m. and 11 a.m., and we'll get back to you with a little more detail on that. Ryan has already been hard at work, our choir director, pulling together what sounds like a really big group of people for singing, for celebrating Easter.
First rehearsal is March 7th.
There we go. Thursday evenings in March. So thank you for that.
I had to take a chance while I have a mic in my hand.
Exactly. So before we wrap up, I just want to say that you all started this energy today. When Sue and I and Tink were sitting up here in the front, right as the service was about to start, we just felt this big swell of energy, and we're grateful for each and every one of you that are here today. So who are our prayer chaplains for today? Zachary and Tink. Oh, and Lydia. Okay, Zachary and Lydia. Thank you so much. So they will be available to you for prayer in the sanctuary here, and the rest of us will try to clear out and be kind of quiet. So let's stand now for our peace song and the prayer for protection.
Let's sing together. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God as creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
We are the world. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's to make a brighter day.